Aguero's right about the shoe. The shoe was not the same in the picture in court as the shoe pulled from the evidence bag by Trooper Bukake.
You mentioned you're at the hospital. There was a sneaker. One.
Yes.
Bukake!
Woo! Good evening, friends. I hope everybody's doing well. Excuse me for being a little late. I had a little behind the scenes prep to do here. And that behind the scenes prep was consistent with me writing and putting finishing touches on a pre-written script. What's up, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a very pleasant day, actually, considering the weather's kind of icky and nasty. Now listen, that's about as petty as I'm gonna get, I think, on this stream. But maybe a petty stream later. I don't know. Depends on whether or not there's a demand for it. People want it, I'll give it to them. It's up to you guys. You guys know what you have to do if you want to see petty streams. But as of right now, we stay on task, folks. This is news. This is interesting. But wait a second. Well, I mean, is that as petty as I'm gonna get? Maybe, I don't know, but
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Oh my goodness, folks. Thank you, Decline. Here's to help with the script. Yeah, I need ink. I need ink because I put it all in a binder and everything. And you know, big shout out to Connor McManus for making that. Or was it BLT? Hold on a second. Let me double check real quick because I feel if I'm giving the wrong person credit again, I'm gonna feel really bad. Oh no, I'm absolutely giving the wrong. Oh my god. So Cherry actually made that. Thank you, Cherry. Sue Miltrica, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Holy crap, people. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yes, Cherry's amazing. Oh my god, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for not like. I mean, she sent me in a period of a few days like more stuff than normal, and so like I didn't know who made what, and so yeah, it's a few funny things that have come through. Let me go through these real quick. So Nene Smith, thank you so much for becoming a member. And Sue gifted a membership, as I just pointed out there. Angel the Ozzy gifted, is a member for 3 months. And Peaches 1982, happy 13 months, Claire. Happy 13 months to you too. Thank you so much. And hold on here. And Ms. Nancy, member for I'm sick and need a petty stream, please. That's not happening on this one. On this one, we're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna probably open the phone lines. But we have an update now. Wait, Jen Kitty, thank you so much. Bring on the petty, member for 30 months. Wow, member for 30 months, man. Jen Kitty's been here. Wow, for a long time. That's amazing. So I have to like hold on. Give me 1 second because I want to do that. I'm gonna keep that one for a minute for a little while. I think. And let me do this real quick. Oh man, hold on. I've got to get rid of 1 or 2 of these. Give me 1 second here, folks. Man, there's some of these I hate getting rid of. But some of them I don't even use. Hold on. Yeah, this one I don't even use. This one I almost never use, but hold on. Maybe. Oh, fuck. Come on. Okay, get rid of that. I don't use that one. Hold on. StreamYard really needs to like StreamYard needs to like upgrade for the money that we pay for it. Oh my god, so annoying. Okay, get rid of that too. There we go. Okay. I had to put that on my regular let me see here. All right.
I think we got a super chat.
Super bad.
I think we got a super chat.
Super bad.
super chat. Super chat. I think we got a 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 super chat. Super chat.
Thank you, Cherry. I don't know why it froze there at the end there. It's probably not done uploading. We need another petty. Cryford is currently being a little bitch. Yeah, I saw something about that, but I don't really care. But maybe. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, Bob C. I don't even think I've done one this week yet. Bob C. Thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate you. But I am keeping the other super chat thing for now. But thank you, Cherry, for making that one. That is fantastic. Now, today, as you guys know, Alan Action Jackson, who we saw just shine, to say the least, in two trials where he defended Karen Reed, who was falsely accused of backing into and killing her Boston police officer boyfriend, John O'Keefe, on January 29th, 2022. Now, she obviously didn't do it for the reasons that we are all already aware of. No need to go over them all. What's up, Rat House? Okay. Right on. Go check out Rat House, guys. Miss Scarlett is a member for a month. We need a petty. Love you always. You always make me laugh. Right on. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, probably a little later. Maybe a late night one. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll do one right after this. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, you would, Cherry. You would. So now they held a press conference. Now there was a press conference held today because Nick Reiner, the son of acclaimed award-winning director Rob Reiner, who I was a big fan of. I'm always going to be a fan of Rob Reiner, regardless of his political views that some I may have agreed with, others I did not agree with. And I don't give a shit about that when it comes to the art that I enjoy. But I loved Rob Reiner's movies. I've loved them all growing up, and it was nice to see that he got to at least get a sequel to Spinal Tap out before he left this shitty world. But yeah, let me pin that real quick. And yeah, and Rob Reiner and his wife were brutally stabbed to death, allegedly by their son, Nick, who has had issues with drugs, who has had issues with mental health issues, apparently. And Alan Jackson is not, I mean, he's an LA lawyer and he is no stranger to high profile cases. And it seems that Nick Reiner ended up retaining Alan Jackson's services to represent him. And so this press conference came out today, which we'll go over. I'm going to have to fast forward it to now. I want you guys real quick, while I figure this out, stop what you're doing right now and go give this video a like and even subscribe to them. I'll give you guys a moment while I figure this out. Stop what you're doing and go subscribe and like this video. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys like. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Thank you guys for doing that, because these guys had some really good coverage today, which people used and didn't really have the decency to promote them and give them credit for basically just plain out stealing it. But it's really great to see people do real coverage here. So big shout out to Criminally Obsessed for this coverage. So he was being forced to recuse himself. We're going to go over the hearing at some point. Like at first there's not very good audio, I don't think. I just kind of fast forwarded through it here and there and checked things out, but I have not watched this myself. But I thought I had it queued up here. There we go. See, the sound is terrible, and I'm sorry about that. So no captions are available. Yeah, I can barely understand anything that's being said here. Here we go. This is better. It gets better here.
We recover or we get, our counsel on behalf of Mr. Reiner gets, and that is discoverable. We'll comply with all, or counsel will comply with all discovery obligations at that time.
Can you address the council request to provide a copy to the people?
That's the point. We think that should not be done because that would implicate ongoing investigative efforts by the defense, and it would compromise Mr. Reiner's right to a fair trial and his right to maintain his investigation with some level of confidence or confidentiality, I should say.
But at this time, the court would just seal it until the next court. And how else would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, at this time, I, on behalf of Workman Jackson and Quinn, and with Mr. Reiner's understanding and consent, would ask to withdraw his counsel's record based on the conversation that we've
Oh,
had
shit.
in chambers and the explanation that we've provided to the court in chambers. We feel that we have no choice at this juncture but to withdraw his counsel and ask to be relieved. The Public Defender's Office has been notified. We've had conversations with them. They are here. They're staff. They're ready to take over. My understanding is they're ready for the appointment immediately.
Oh, this is a money thing. This is a money thing. for sure.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kimberly Green from the Public Defender's Office. That is correct.
So the court will case, and so that firm is relieved as counsel of record, and the court appoints the public defender's office to represent Mr. Reiner.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, so he's getting a public defender.
We will absolutely comply with that. We've already begun, the mediation has been met.
Your Honor, there's a protective order issued by the court in place regarding the handling of discovery, order that's remained in place for now, and we will serve a copy of that on the public defender's office along with the discovery we provide.
Yes.
Okay, so there seems to be also a protective order on the discovery. So as far as the details of the case, until they either lift that protective order or it goes to trial, I don't think we're going to know exactly what happened, the details of what happened. And I don't mean it in the sense of like the gory details. I mean it in the sense of like to understand the case better and to understand whether or not this person could have been just out of their right mind for whatever reason. I mean, just to know what the circumstances are. All we know is that the Reiners were stabbed. That's all we know. And that they caught Nick Reiner at a store and seemed a little apprehensive about being apprehended.
Order that order.
We need complete, Mr. Bailey raises a very sage point. I'm under a protective order not to provide our discovery to anybody else. That would text providing the information only to Ms. Green in her office. Then I can be in full compliance with the protective order.
I don't know if it's that serious. I don't know if it's, I don't even think it's that. Okay, so it's not money, but why a public defender does not cost? No, a public defender is provided to you by the state. Melanie said what? It's a conflict of interest. I mean, she would definitely know better than I would. Melanie said he probably represented someone or two subpoenaed. I mean, that's possible too. There could be a conflict of interest. I mean, like I said, she would know better than I would. But in my opinion, I mean, from just first glance, again, I woke up from a fucking nap. I didn't even know what the details were here. I just woke up and started looking at shit, and people were like, Alan Jackson dropped Nick Reiner. Okay. That's interesting news.
The protective order spells out that it covers Mr. Jackson's firm as well as any.
Hey, there we go.
Thank you.
You can provide everything to Ms. Green.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further? Back on the record in People versus Nick Reiner, case number 25 CJC F08098.
Good morning. Kimberly Green, DRTE, Public Defender's Office, on behalf of Mr. Reiner.
Yeah, I see people saying great job on the sound. Will, that's not me. I can't take credit for that. That's just these guys who I'm streaming, criminally obsessed, got their shit together apparently. And and somebody, they probably heard that there was bad sound and they improved their sound.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Habib Alien, representing the people of the state of California.
Thank you.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, we'd ask to put over the arraignment one last time to February 23rd, if that date is appropriate.
That date is fine, court.
Thank you, and I will work with Ms. Green to get her discovery.
Okay. I hope that you guys who are saying it isn't a money thing at all, like Decline is here, I hope that you know more than I do about this case. Because again, I'm just educating myself on this news right now. So because again, like, I mean, is there like, maybe Alan Jackson says something in the press conference. I don't know.
Prior to that date.
I'll take a waiver for you. Entitled, you have a constitutional and statutory right to a speedy arraignment. Your counsel, Ms. Green from the Public Defender's Office, is requesting that your arraignment be continued to February The 29th,
23rd.
23rd, 2026.
Right. I mean, yeah, okay. That's again, all these factors are things to consider. I'm just guessing as I'm learning about this.
Do you waive your right to be arraigned today so that your matter may be continued to February 23rd, 2026 for arraignment? Is counsel doing that waiver?
I do.
The court finds that the defendant has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of his right to a speedy arraignment, and that his counsel of record joins in that waiver. Matters set for arraignment in this department, February 23rd, 2026. Bail remains at no bail. Anything further?
No, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's the end of that one. So I'll loop it.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Because, like, that's how I'm taking it so far. Again, a lot of you watch this press conference that I haven't seen yet, so maybe you know more than I do. That's okay. Just curious. I just don't want people talking like they know about something when they don't. Like, we try not to do that here.
We're ready. So calling People versus Nick Reiner, case number 25 CJC F08098.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alan Jackson, on behalf of Mr. Reiner, who is present in court out of custody.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, so what we couldn't hear before, we're about to hear now. That's what I was saying. Or what I was thinking anyway. Lawyer, thought it was about money because he wouldn't have gotten he would have gotten another lawyer if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't think that Alan Jackson, I mean, I'm imagining, I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I'm not an attorney who's been in Alan Jackson's situation. I have no fucking idea. But I'm wondering, like, because I feel like Alan Jackson, in theory, would have known that this was going to be a thing, and going into the arraignment, conferred with his client and been like, can you get another attorney? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you, like, I have to recuse myself for this reason. Can you get another attorney before your arraignment? And maybe he could, or maybe he couldn't. Again, I'm speculating here. I'm theorizing here. I have no idea if this is what happened. But I feel like that's something that might have taken place if Alan Jackson, I mean, having a public defender, and maybe just having a public defender as a bridge to the new attorney is probably all that's happening here. That makes perfect sense too. That he is, the public defender is acting as kind of a bridge here. And and maybe they're like, well, I mean, it's an arraignment. It's not that serious. This is, a public defender could perfectly do the job that is necessary for today. So yeah, I mean, I don't.
Habib Bailing for the people.
Your Honor, we have a matter of housekeeping that I'd like to address in chambers in
Was that Pete Townsend?
dealing with the 10 subpoenas that are outstanding. There are 10 current subpoenas that are outstanding. We would ask that body attachments be issued and held for each of the 10, specifically with subpoena number 4 on the list and subpoena number 10 on the list. Counsel for both of those individuals or those parties have appeared in court. They're here with us today. We have no principled objection to an extension of time for them to comply with the subpoena, but to maintain jurisdiction, we would ask that body attachments be issued.
I don't have the list. I'd like to get a copy, and I haven't seen the proof of service, but I assume
Is that Brennan?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm not sure which number I am.
Number 10.
I'm counsel for number 10, and we do object to issue if that would resolve the court's concerns about retaining jurisdiction. However, we see no reason, given our appearance and the fact that we are here to issue a hold of body attachment.
Okay, like, yeah, that is a sound theory. That's Pete Townsend. No, I'm just kidding. That is a sound theory, Flightless. They have money. AJ would have been thrilled to represent this case. I believe that too. But let's be honest. AJ would have been thrilled to represent this case because there's money. It's Rob Reiner's family. So, of course, that's why AJ would be thrilled to represent this case. I mean, at the end of the day, he's running a business. He knows it's a high profile case. He knows it's good exposure. He understands that. But here's what I'm thinking when I'm saying it. You're saying they have money. You don't know who has control of that money. You don't know if Rob was thinking of taking him out of the inheritance and there's some sort of proof behind this that some of the other family who may or may not, who don't even want to pay for his attorney. Who knows? I mean, Rob Reiner is the victim here and a father to the other children. Do they want to support their sibling who murdered their father and mother or stepmother? I mean, let's just, you know what I'm saying? There are all these factors to consider. Like, yeah, is there money there? Sure. The question is who has control of it and who and are they willing to support Nick throughout this? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying yes or no. I'm saying these are questions that are valid at the moment, I think, unless there are answers that I'm not aware of that have been made public.
In Councilmember 10's statement, I don't see the necessity for issuing a body attachment. I too will stipulate the jurisdiction without necessarily waiving any objections we ultimately may make. But given my newness to the matter, I don't see the necessity of having a court order issued against an individual in this circumstance.
Yeah, no, I get that. A couple of people have already said that. Now, as much as I value Melanie Little's insight via her experience in law, of course, I take it to heart, but it's not necessarily gospel. Unless there is information that she is privy to that we are not aware of, that I am not aware of. And I'm not saying that she's wrong either. I'm saying if she's speculating, of course, take what she says over what I'm saying because I'm not a fucking lawyer. She is. But what I'm saying is it doesn't necessarily mean that just because Melanie Little said it, it is fact. Like, I love that you were clear in saying that she is speculating that there is some conflict of interest. And again, Melanie Little knows what she's talking about.
Yes, and so, but as to the remaining numbers, that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Those,
Stop it. Stop it. I see what you did there.
issue body attachments and 9.
Thank you. We have no objection to council's representations, given the fact that those are.
Mary Swampy just became a member. Thank you so much. Welcome to Logic.
Thank you. Once again, the court will issue in full 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Thank you.
Until the next hearing date. And
Does the court have a list?
it does. The court will seal that list as well.
We've asked,
People have a copy or?
we've asked that the court seal it specifically because it is ongoing defense investigator data or evidence that we recover or we get, or counsel on behalf of Mr. Reiner gets. And that is discoverable. We'll comply with all, or counsel will comply with all discovered allegations at that time.
Can you address the council's request to provide a copy to the people?
That's the point. We think that should not be done because that would implicate ongoing investigative efforts by the defense, and it would compromise Mr. Reiner.
Wait a second. You heard what? I don't know where you're hearing these rumors, sir.
I think we got a super chat.
Super bad.
I think we got a super chat.
Super bad.
Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a 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 super chat. Super chat.
Ed's girlfriend, thank you so much. Patty, not right now. Maybe after this stream. We'll see how I'm feeling. If not, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I feel like I owe you guys a petty stream. I haven't even done one this week. MM, thank you so much for for becoming a member. Welcome to Logic.
Right to a fair trial and his right to maintain his investigation with some level of confidence or confidentiality, I should say.
So at this time, the court would just seal it until the next court hearing date.
Thank you.
And how else would judge?
Your Honor, at this time, I, on behalf of Workman Jackson and Quinn, and with Mr. Reiner's understanding and consent, would ask to withdraw as counsel's record based on the conversation that we've had in chambers and the explanation that we've provided to the court in chambers. We feel that we have no choice at this juncture but to withdraw.
What's up, Tom Gillis?
The Public Defender's Office has been notified. We've had conversations with them. They are here. They're staffed. They're ready to take over. My understanding is they are ready for the appointment immediately, forthwith.
Good morning, Your Honor. Really good from the Public Defender's Office.
Now make sure to go give
So the court will.
go give these folks a like for streaming this and subscribe to them for good coverage.
Thank you.
Current counsel turnover, any items.
Criminally obsessed, folks.
In line with that, we've already begun the mediation has been met.
Your Honor, there's a protective order issued by the court in place regarding the handling of discovery order that's remained in place for now, and we will serve a copy of that on the Public Defender's Office.
I think it's the way it up. Yeah, I think it's the way it's uploaded, Cherry, into my StreamYard. It's a StreamYard issue, because it doesn't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work it out. Don't worry.
That order.
Me from Mr. Balian raises a very sage point. I am under a protective order not to provide our discovery.
Michael Cox is stepping down.
Providing the information.
Is that for real? Oh shit.
Then I
Okay, hold on.
In full compliance with the protective order.
Anything to the people, any response to that request?
No problem. I believe the protective order spells out that it covers Mr. Jackson's firm as well as any successor counsel.
Thank you.
So you can provide everything to the screen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything further? Back on the record.
Did anyone that we know post about it?
People versus Nick Reiner, case number 25 CJC F08098.
Oh, here we go.
Good
Yeah.
morning, Kimberly Green, PRTE, and the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Reiner, who is present.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Khabib Balian.
All right. Yeah. So according to the Mass Daily News, sources say Boston Police Commissioner Michael Cox is expected to depart. Interesting. Shit. Packers channel. Thank you so much. Love the Clubber Walks. The raisin rant this morning was hilarious. I didn't mean it to be hilarious. It's just true. It's just true. I don't like raisins, but I'll eat them. Wendy, darling, thank you so much. How long does it take to get a degree from Glare Institute of Law and stuff? Not long. Not long at all. All it takes is a little common sense.
Thank you.
Your Honor, with the court's permission, we'd ask to put over the arraignment one last time to February 23rd, if that date is approved.
That date is fine, court.
Thank you, and I will work with Ms. Green to get her discovery prior to that date.
I'll take a waiver for your entitled, you have the Constitution.
And I wanna go ahead and give a shout out and a thank you before I continue to the JFK channel for streaming my members only content and getting people to become members of my channel. Because apparently people want to become members so that they can watch my streams interrupted. So thank you so much to the JFK channel for that. You guys are amazing. They're so nice for promoting me. I appreciate it.
Constitutional statutory right to a speedy arraignment. Your counsel, Ms. Green from the Public Defender's Office, is requesting that your arraignment be continued to February the 23rd, 2026. in this department, do you waive your right to be arraigned today so that your matter may be continued to February 23rd, 2026 for arraignment?
Yeah, I agree with everything.
Thank you. And is counsel joining that waiver?
I do.
The court finds that the defendant has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of his right to a speedy arraignment, and that his counsel of record joins in that
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ruby, thank you so much. What time is that? Does anybody know?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All
right,
a lot of
bye.
money for a long time. Just, this mic is hot right now.
Cool,
so-
thanks, man.
Thank you. You're gonna fire me.
This mic is hot right now, man. So I love that right there.
Okay, thank you.
All
right,
a lot of money
bye.
for a long time. Just, this mic is hot right now.
Cool,
so-
thanks, man.
You're gonna fire me.
Peaches, thank you so much. Are you doing a stream for this Lifetime movie? That's the plan. That's the plan. I want to absolutely stream the Lifetime movie, but I can't do it here. YouTube, you can't do it. All right, let me see. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Good morning.
Is it at 7?
As you know, my name
Well,
is Alan
fantastic.
Jackson. This morning, I had to withdraw as Nick Reiner's counsel. Circumstances beyond our control, but more importantly, circumstances beyond Nick's control, have dictated that, sadly, it's made it impossible for us to continue our representation of Nick.
Now let's hear that one more time.
Circumstances beyond our control, but more importantly, circumstances beyond Nick's control.
Circumstances beyond Nick's control.
Dictated that, sadly, it's impossible for us to continue our representation of Nick.
Impossible for us to continue our representation of
I'm
Nick.
legally and I'm ethically prohibited from explaining all the reasons why. I know that's a question on everybody's mind. We expect the public defender to step in. They've already been appointed and very capably protect Nick Reiner's interests as he moves forward through the system.
Yeah, this smells like a money issue because why? Okay, right here he's saying we've gotten the public attorney, we've gotten the public defender involved, and now they are representing. He's saying it like as if the public defender is representing Nick Reiner. And the only reason that would be the only option, I would imagine, is because of money issues. Unless somehow or another, every other attorney in who's licensed in California, who he can afford, somehow are conflicted with each other. That makes no sense. It has to be about money. I mean, again, in theory, I'm not a lawyer. Maybe I'm just, from a layman's perspective, it sure fucking sounds like money, is all I'm saying.
But be clear, be very, very clear about this. My team and I remain deeply, deeply committed to Nick Reiner and to his best interests. In fact, we know, we're not just convinced, we know that the legal process will reveal the true facts of the circumstances surrounding this case, Nick's case. A lot's been...
Alan should run for office, man. He's got that Obama mouth, bro. Listen to what I love Alan.
We know. In fact, we know. We're not just convinced. We know that the legal process will reveal the true facts of the circumstances surrounding this case, Nick's case.
Like, one could construe that as we know that the legal system will reveal the facts of this case. And it sure as shit sounds like he's saying, and the facts dictate that my former client is innocent of this crime. He doesn't say that though. He just says confidently that the facts, the facts of this case will be revealed through the law and through the legal system. That could be the prosecution, that could be the defense, that could be anybody, right? So I just love that. That was like, I remember Obama being like, everyone in this country will have health care. Health care will be available for everyone in the country, right? And I was like, wow, health care for everybody. I'm going to get health care, right? And then it was like, no. Hold on, wait a second. He didn't say free health care. He didn't say you're getting free health care. He said everyone's getting health care, and you're going to have to fucking pay for it. That's totally what happened. He just didn't say you're going to have to pay for it.
You know, a lot's been printed of late, over the last 3 weeks. A lot has been printed. Printed about Nick, printed about his family, printed about the circumstances. Speculation is in print. On December 15th,
There's a bombshell coming?
in the
Okay.
early morning hours, I was in New York at the time, and I got a call. Me and my team, we dropped everything. And for the last 3 weeks, we have devoted literally every waking hour to protecting Nick and his interests.
Like, I need you guys to chill out with the whole bombshells coming, because I carefully worked on this fucking script for this live stream, okay? And you guys are really fucking gumming up the works here.
Did this matter top to bottom, back to front. What we've learned, and you can take this to the bank, is that pursuant to the laws of this state, pursuant to the law in California, Nick REINER is not guilty of murder.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Print that.
Not guilty.
That.
Print that. Okay, there it is. There's the big
Wish him
bombshell.
The very, very best moving forward. And that's all I have today.
Now, that's interesting. Now, he says that with as much confidence as you could say to a fucking whole shit ton of media people, right? Print that. Nick REINER is not guilty of murder. Could be manslaughter. Could be self-defense. You don't know if there was a physical fight between him and Rob. I mean, nobody knows what happened inside that house. Nobody fucking knows. Other than Rob REINER and his wife got stabbed. That's all you know. Not necessarily. No. Not guilty of murder. He said not guilty of murder. Could be manslaughter. And yes, it could be temporary insanity or insanity. Most likely. I mean, we all predicted that there would be an insanity defense, most likely. Right? He just told you what he wanted to know. All right, so that's it. All right, give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. Okay, that's not for another hour. All right, so let me check the DMs here. All right. Thank you, Cherry, for that. That's very, very good. This is very helpful. So Betero was printed in the New York Post, apparently. I guess, or it just says, what am I looking at here? Yeah, it says here, my thoughts are included along with the expert opinions about today's events in the REINER prosecution. All right, so yeah. Hold on. I gotta turn off the ad blockers. Oh, fuck, that's annoying. Well, I can't see that because it's making me turn off my ad blocker or like remove it from Chrome, and I don't want to do that. I just want to turn it off. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, we're good. Okay, we're good. All right, so this says Nick Reiner's. Let's share it real quick. New York fucking Post, man. Nick Reiner's hotshot lawyer, Alan Jackson, likely quit Nick Reiner's case over price tag, experts. Ooh. Hotshot lawyer. Spicy. And remember, it's always on the hush hush. They sound like a trashy ass fucking rag, dude. Nick Reiner's hotshot lawyer, Alan Jackson. Spicy hotshot lawyer, Alan Jackson. That's just very funny to me. Hotshot lawyer Alan Jackson. They fucking even start the article calling him that. Hotshot lawyer Alan Jackson likely quit Nick Reiner's murder case because he doesn't have the money to foot the bill for the pricey attorney, experts told the Post. I wonder what expert told the Post that. The 32-year-old son of beloved movie director Rob Reiner was in court in Los Angeles on Wednesday, where Jackson announced he and his firm would be withdrawing from Nick Reiner's defense as Nick Reiner's defense lawyer after just 3 weeks on the case. And even in the caption right here, it says, hotshot criminal defense attorney Alan Jackson announced Wednesday that he would no longer be representing. Oh my God. That's what I'm going to start calling Alan, dude. I'm going to be like, what's up? Hotshot. Hotshot. In the business, we say Mr. Green didn't show up, said Mimi Ramani, a former California federal prosecutor who has repped celebs in civil cases, including model and actress Carmen Electra and former NFL quarterback Johnny Manziel. Alan Jackson is one of the best, Ramani said, but for a case like this, he's going to charge at least a 7-figure retainer. Nick Reiner does not have the money. If he did, he wouldn't be living in his parents' guest house. And under the California Slayer statute, you kill your parents, you're disinherited, Ramani said. So there's a California law called the California Slayer statute that says that if you kill your parents, you're not going to get the money. There's a law that says it. So it doesn't matter if he left it to him or not. And it doesn't matter if he says, even if he kills me, he can have it. The law says he can't. So He's got no fucking money. He's been living in his parents' guest house. You know, I mean, even if I wonder if his siblings, see, here's the thing, but his siblings are getting money from the same fucking place, right? Wouldn't they? I mean, I'm sure they make their own living, but who knows if they have enough to cover Alan Jackson as their attorney. You see what I'm saying? Nick Reiner does not have the whole state of California backing him up like Karen Reed had the whole state of Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is maybe his siblings can't cover the cost, and they're counting on maybe they get a certain allowance, and maybe there's a stipulation, maybe there's even some fine print, some red tape that doesn't allow that even if they have their own income, that if they have any income coming from Rob Reiner's estate, that cancels out their ability legally to be able to pay for his legal representation. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I'm totally thinking out loud here as I read my script. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Romani said the three main reasons a lawyer would leave a case are: the client can't afford to pay the lawyer, the client and the lawyer have fundamental disagreement about how to defend the case. We've seen that before. We've seen that with Sarah Boone over and over again. Or the lawyer has a conflict of interest, right? Seth Zuckerman, a defense lawyer who represented actor Jonathan Majors in a domestic violence case and disgraced screenwriter Paul Haggis in a sexual assault case, agreed that Jackson probably withdrew for financial reasons, since a public defender rather than another private attorney was quickly appointed in his place Wednesday. If they had the financial resources, they would go hire another private attorney, Zuckerman said. Right. That's exactly what I've been thinking. Criminal defense attorney Mark Betterow. Oh shit, the mighty one, folks. We got to give him a little. Give him a little. There we go. Let's see here. Criminal defense attorney Mark Betterow, who was once poised to join Karen Reed's criminal defense team alongside Jackson, said his friend Jackson probably didn't want to leave the case. I wouldn't imagine he would either. It's clear Jackson didn't want to, Betterow said, and I can't imagine that the client wouldn't want a lawyer of Alan's skill set and capability to go. I'm purely speculating, informed speculation. A representation like this could cost an extraordinary sum of money, Betterow added. Probably the money is not there. So the mighty one has once again validated the founder of the Glare Institute of Law and stuff. Yes, go ahead, take a moment and Courtney, come on, the Glare, stick to the script, damn it. I'm working on it, man. Side Eyes Jess, thank you so much. You've done a superior job laying out this presentation for us, sir. Well, thank you. I worked really, really hard on the screenplay. I don't know. Betterow goes on to say, I don't know who is controlling the family assets, but I could imagine that whatever hope there had been for the client or the family, that it is just not there, and the defense costs so much. Reiner faces 2 counts of first-degree murder for allegedly stabbing and slashing the throats of his dad and mom, Michelle, at the Brentwood home on December 14th. The young Reiner had been living in a guest house on the grounds, but allegedly fled after the slayings. The wayward son had gotten into a fight with his parents at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, likely over him falling off the wagon and refusing to go back to rehab. Interesting. The Nepo baby son has done 17 stints in rehab as he battled a drug addiction. I mean, this is all pretty like obvious what it is. Now, again, you know, this is probably one of those Occam's razor situations where the simplest answer is likely the correct one. And this dude just fucking lost his shit and then fucking killed his parents. Akasha 4986, because you are going to need some tabs and printer paper to go with that binder. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because of the fact that Nick Reiner allegedly killed more than one person, he could face life in prison or the death penalty if convicted. But District Attorney Nathan Hochman has not said if he plans to pursue capital punishment against him. Governor Gavin Newsom in 2019 signed an executive order placing moratorium on executions in the state. Romani, because I mean, guys, I'm clearly so good at reading these scripts. I'm so sorry. Scott Corey, thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. I felt that he personally knew someone that subpoenaed him. Yeah, I don't know about that. Nah, yeah. It just doesn't look that way. It doesn't look like it's that dramatic. I think it's just simple. Like he can't get the funds is what I think it is. Now this doesn't make it Bible either. Understand that. Okay. Just because the mighty one says it, it doesn't make it gospel either. And just because any of the other experts that were in this article or the people who wrote this article say it, it is not gospel any more than Melanie Little saying it is gospel. It is just what we are all speculating right now and guessing based on the things that we know. It is okay to have varied opinions on this. I'm just having fun with the whole being validated by Bettero thing. Like if you can't figure that out already. Governor Gavin Newsom in 2019 signed an executive order placing a moratorium on executions in the state. Romani and Bettero both believe Hochman won't elect to seek the death penalty against Nick Reiner. There is no way this is going to end up being a death penalty case, Bettero said. I don't think the Reiner family would want that. Right. I don't think they would either. Romani agreed. I don't think it will be a death penalty case. I haven't had an execution in California in almost 20 years. The former prosecutor said that even though DA Hochman said it was death penalty eligible case, the DA might have said made that declaration for that's a typo. That's not my fault. Unless I'm just fucking stupid and can't read as usual. The former prosecutor said that even though DA Hochman said it was a death penalty eligible case, the DA might have made the declaration for strategic reasons rather than actually planning to ask for the most severe penalty available. Okay. I know, Nathan Hochman, sometimes things are said for the press. Sometimes things are said to gain leverage in a plea negotiation, Romani said, giving the example of how quadruple murderer Brian Kohberger faced the death penalty, pleaded guilty, and ultimately got life in prison. Regardless of the unlikely scenario of Nick Reiner facing the death penalty, the experts agreed his legal team will probably lean on an insanity defense. Of course, Reiner is being held without bail at the mental health jail inside Twin Towers Correctional Facility. He was taken off suicide watch this week and previously appeared in court wearing a blue suicide vest. The defense in this case is likely mental health, Zuckerman said, noting the defense could also raise the fact that Reiner struggled with addiction. Yeah, but I just don't know how good that kind of defense is going to fly. How that defense is going to fly with a jury. But anyway, the defense would look to argue that Reiner had a diminished capacity to form the intent necessary for the murder charges based on his mental health or substance abuse history. Zuckerman said, okay, that explains it a little better. Thank you. I can see that, but still, I feel like it's going to be hard to sell that on a jury. Outside court today after quitting, Jackson, maybe not a liberal jury. Outside court today after quitting, Jackson said Nick Reiner is not guilty of murder. Print that. Bettero explained, aka the mighty one, that Jackson, aka Action Jackson, used the words not guilty rather than innocent. Likely a careful choice that shows a plan to use the insanity defense. It's almost certain that the defense here will be an insanity defense as opposed to one of innocence. Bettero said, if he literally stabbed his parents to death but did not appreciate the nature of his conduct or know right from wrong, he would not be literally innocent, but he would be legally not guilty. So I think that's crazy. So according to Bettero, he's saying, and excuse me if I'm misunderstanding Bettero here, but if I'm understanding the mighty one correctly, he is saying that he could be so fucking high that if he doesn't understand the difference between right and wrong because he was so fucking high to do so, even though he took the drugs willingly himself, that he could be found not guilty of murder, maybe manslaughter. Okay, that makes a little sense too. That makes a little sense. I'm not sure I agree with it, but I'm saying that makes some sense. I could see how the law would work that way. Zuckerman noted the accused killed was put in a mental health hospital, but hasn't been arraigned yet. So I'm wondering if and when we are going to hear about the results of the mental health examination, Zuckerman said. Nick Reiner had been scheduled to be arraigned on the charges Wednesday, but Jackson's withdrawal forced the judge to postpone until February 23rd. Bettero agreed that the case could rise and fall on Nick Reiner's mental health status. He could be deemed unfit, and the whole case could be stopped on its heels before, Bettero said. He could be deemed unfit, that too. Jackson didn't return a message seeking comment. Wow. All right, so there's that. There is and no comments? Did he turn the comments off? I don't know. Yeah, there's that. Dude, we got about yeah. Shit, man. You know, that's I get it. I get it. I have been at in a state of mind where I do not remember anything and did engage in behavior that was absolutely self-destructive that I normally would not do. That I would not do had I been not under the influence. And without any memory of it. And without the memory of it and being something that I know I would never do, apparently the whole part of me that would say, this is a bad idea, don't do it, completely left me. So I get the legality of this the more I think about it. The more I think about it, I get it. Okay, like that, you know, I mean, would he have killed his parents if he was high? If he wasn't high? Depending on what drugs he was using. I'm not saying it's an excuse. It doesn't make it an excuse. This is an interesting topic here because it doesn't make it an excuse, but it could add to the reason why it happened. And so, and it's not to say that he would just be allowed to walk the street because of it. He obviously has forfeited his entire right to live amongst a society with the rest of us. He's forfeited that right. That's not in question. The question is whether or not he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. And I don't think he'll get the death penalty. And I don't think that they'll seek it because, again, I agree with the experts that I don't think that, and I think we mentioned this before when we talked about this when it first happened. I don't think that the REINERs would want the death penalty sought. It's their son, you know. What's the point of justice if you're going to dishonor the victims and what they would want? That's not justice if you disregard what their wishes would be. So I wonder, I mean, that's the whole thing, is he's not going to be like walking the street ever again. You know what I mean? Like, he's either going to be institutionalized for the rest of his life under psychiatric care, or he's going to be institutionalized in the system of corrections, or some sort of cross of both. But you don't stab your parents to death and walk the street unless it's the 1960s and you're Edmund Kemper. That just doesn't happen. Well, I mean, I don't know if the Menendez brothers were tortured their whole lives. They claimed they were tortured their whole lives. Tortured? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the situation was with that. It's a question of what you believe. But again, I don't have all the facts, so maybe there's stuff out there that I'm not privy to. Phil, thank you so much. My God, Will, please stick to the damn script, Wigman. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because I think that he has a lot of pull too, and I think that, I think that Rob Reiner's family, I'm sure, has a lot of weight in that town, and can probably, at the very least, pull the right strings if need be to at least try to get him in that situation where he's just getting medical care, for psychiatric care, for the rest of his life. I feel like they could try. They have enough pull to be able to try to do it. Now, whether they have enough pull to pull it off, I don't know. But I feel like they have enough juice in the town where they could, like, see what could happen. Maybe somebody owes them a favor maybe somebody owes somebody who owes them a favor. Who knows? Carrie Cove, thank you so much. Apologies for screwing up your script much. Yeah, man. They let killers walk around on day passes. That is wild. I mean, I'm sure that there's like a point system where you get certain behavior and show certain progress to where a doctor will sign off on you being able to go to a fucking movie, under supervision or something like that. I'm sure. But day passes, you're saying that, I mean, they let straight up killers. I mean, I'm sure it depends on the circumstances of the murder. I mean, I don't know. But you would know better than I would. You work there. I didn't work there. I'm just imagining what circumstances would call for that. Remember, raisins are elderly grapes, like Naniel. God damn. Wow. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate it. That was a $2 insult if I ever saw one. Thank you. Not that Dina. The level of brutality screams mental illness. Time for Grippy Socks vacation for life. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I mean, it looks like that's what I'm seeing, you know. But then again, I mean, if he was just high, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what. Who knows? Like, I don't see this guy seeing the light of day again. And if I do, it's only because of who his family is. I guess it would imagine which crazy house you're in. I don't imagine Nick Reiner is going to be in a facility where, you know, they fucking throw delousing powder on you and hose you down with a fucking fire hose and shit. You know what I mean? Like, let's calm down. Let's calm down. I don't think that's going to be the case for him. Yeah, the California juries. I mean, right. Like, there's a lot of people of the liberal mindset there. And I mean, I don't know if he was mentally ill or not, dude. You're not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I don't fucking know. I didn't see any official diagnoses. I don't remember that happening in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but oh, sweet. 24-pack of Mountain Dew. Buy one, get one free. Hell yeah. It's good shit. I drink a lot of Diet Mountain Dew, bro. A lot of it. Amy McCabe, thank you so much. I'm behind, but I wanted to say thanks for all you do. Oh, that means everything, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. I got to say, man, I got an awesome community here, man. Like, you guys, my chat are the most loyal people. I couldn't be more grateful. Seriously, I could not be more grateful. You guys have been amazing. TMZ said a form of schizophrenia. Well, if TMZ said so, then no, man. Being liberal does have to do with it definitely makes sense to speculate and weigh that factor in when it comes to whether or not a jury is going to empathize or sympathize with him and how much they're going to. Doreen, oh my God, just cash after me $100, a hundo for because I love your podcasts. Thank you so much. I don't know if you call these podcasts, but okay, I'll take it. But that is absolutely awesome. Thank you, Doreen. I appreciate you. Oh, snap. Fervent Hospitality. Fervent Hosp. I said your name right this time. Yeah, make sure to subscribe to Fervent Hosp. And yeah, you got some good stuff out there. Good stuff. I mean, I am liberal leaning, and I think that being in a liberal state would make a difference. Just saying, it would make a difference. It would make it would absolutely make a difference. When it comes to juries. Not that Dina. Thank you so much. I've never been so high. I've thought maybe decaf is an option, but that's just me. Maybe decaf. Is that what you mean? Decaffeinated coffee? And it's a typo? We'll alternate with water. No, I do actually. I drink a lot of water, actually. I drink a lot of water. I just don't drink water usually when I'm live streaming. I like the energy that the caffeine gives me, and so yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have that Diet Coke addiction. I know Annie, 10 to Life, has a big Diet Coke addiction. She's made a thing out of it. It's pretty funny. That's why I started drinking Mountain Dew so much when I was in my 20s. I tell you, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that I'm even healthy. It's a miracle. I find water boring too, man. I like when I get to stay at like a nice hotel, you know, which I'll do thanks to Money Making Mike, Jifk, BLT. Thanks to them, I'll be able to stay at a nice hotel when I go to Boston. And I like when they have in the lobby, they have like lemons in the water, little lemon slices floating around in the water. And they have sometimes they have, depending on how fancy the place is, they have like cucumber slices in there. I like the cucumber slices too. I enjoy that. Like it just, for some reason, I don't know, with the water, the cucumber, and the lemon, man, that's really nice. It's really pleasant. It's really, really pleasant. Now, let's see here. Hold on a second. I was talking to Cherry on the phone the other night. She was busting my balls. So I was talking about this foot massager that I got. Now listen, she's busting my balls, but like, I mean, I bought a fucking foot massager because I walk so much. My feet hurt, especially after being laid up for like 3 months with a busted knee. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get to walk around. Got fat. It was fucked up. And my feet got soft. Laura H, thank you so much. Remember for 14 months. Woo! Love it here. Channel and chat. Yes, we love you here. And she's I was sitting here telling her about this foot, like I had my feet in it, and I was just like, fucking, this thing was amazing. I've already gone. Remember before I was telling y'all that I couldn't, like, I was like the squeezing of it was like too much. I was scared, and I've been watching Welcome to Barry or Dairy. Welcome to Dairy. And like I just imagined some shit happening where it just started squeezing my ankles and then just wouldn't stop and then fucking cut off my feet. And I'm like, ah! And then fucking Pennywise like, and then fucking comes and kills me. That's what I was thinking, because it was just too tight. And I started freaking out. So I wouldn't go on the full setting. But now, dude, I do the full setting all the time. I do the full setting all the time. It is fucking heaven. It's heaven. And so I'm telling Cherry about this, and Cherry's like, "You've changed, bro. You've changed." Going out getting a foot massager and shit, thinking you're better than everybody. You think you're better than everybody. You think you're better than everyone. You got a foot massager. Oh my god, dude. And like, dude, I got a foot massager because it's practical, bro. Like, I walk everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you not take care of your car? Like, do you not care for your car? Do you not fucking change the oil? Do you not fucking make sure it doesn't overheat? Do you not rotate the tires? Stop it. Don't fucking judge me because I got a goddamn fucking foot massager and I walk fucking an average of like 7 miles a day. Shut the fuck up. All y'all can kiss my fucking nasty ass fucking calloused massaged feet. For the record. No, I just do a terrible fucking English accent. That's all. She's not a Kiwi. She's from London. By the way, that rant that I just went on, totally scripted. I worked really hard on that, by the way. I worked really hard on this because I knew this is all part of the timeline script that I've worked out for this stream, because this is the part where in the script where it says kill time. This is the chapter that's titled kill time for the next 20 minutes. Until what you want to cover comes on. Kill time for the next 20 minutes. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys with your puns. Yeah, don't make me do a petty stream, a PEDI stream. I'll just sit there and leave the camera on my goddamn foot massager. Talk about boom, 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 boom. That'll be all you fucking hear for like fucking 30 minutes. Libby C, member for a month. Thank you so much. Dude, y'all don't even know about Cherry. Y'all joke around about Cherry. I know Cherry. I know the real Cherry, man. She'll fucking kill you. Cherry. Allegedly. Nah, she's Satan incarnate. I'm telling you right now. Cherry's Satan incarnate. Okay? Just so you know. I agree. Feet are gross. Like this thing, feet are gross. I can't stand it. But like, dude, you have no idea. Like I keep a dust buster in my room, right? And so the thing where you put your feet in, I make sure I'm wearing socks and that they're really clean, like they're clean as fuck. And like if anything gets in there, because Drago just fucking zooms all around the room and shit. And he gets all kinds of stuff in there from time to time. So I'll even though that shit is most likely fucking clean in there, I take the dust buster and get in there before I even put my fucking feet in there, that I'm wearing clean socks. Because I can't stand feet, dude. I can't even stand my own feet. Like, I don't like feet, bro. Not a fan of feet. I don't like my feet touched either. I don't like my feet touched. That's why this thing is so fucking cool. You know what I mean? I don't want people near my goddamn feet. But a fucking machine that squeezes, heats, rotates these things on the bottom of your feet and squeezes and vibrates and shit. Dude, fuck yeah, dude. All day. All fucking day. I'm telling you. No, dude, don't you ever put fucking feet on my pillow. I swear to God. I'm just looking at chat right now, y'all. Sorry, I read that wrong. I'm just looking at chat right now, you all. Okay, there we go. Feet are gross, bro. I don't like feet. I don't get it. I don't get it. Dude, I remember being like not even like 20 years old and seeing From Dusk Till Dawn in the movie theater. I remember, I'll never forget that. I went with two of my friends. Kat Randall gifted a membership. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh, wait, what the hell just happened? There we go. Yeah, I remember going to see From Dusk Till Dawn because I was already a big Tarantino fan. I was already a big Robert Rodriguez fan. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. And we went to some remote theater. I remember, like, not even a good theater because we had to go do something else. I remember. And then we were like, all right, let's just go see it at this theater. And it was in the middle of the day. And there was nobody in that theater except us. So we actually smoked a joint in the movie theater and like finished it. Nobody bothered us. We saw the whole fucking movie. We finished the whole joint before the movie even started. And so we got super baked before this movie started in the theater. And I remember I don't even remember why I brought this movie up. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. We were talking about feet. Okay, so I'm watching this and I'm loving this movie. I'm absolutely loving it. I completely forgot. Like, I was so fucking high, and that movie was written so well and acted so well. The dialogue was so much fun to pay attention to that I went into the movie theater knowing that I was going to watch a vampire movie. I knew I was going to watch a vampire movie, but completely forgot that I was watching a vampire movie until Salma Hayek turned into a fucking vampire in the movie, right? I had completely fucking forgot. Like, I went into the movie knowing, I was like, oh my God, Tarantino wrote a vampire movie that Robert Rodriguez is directing. This is going to be fucking great with Clooney, Harvey Keitel, fucking, oh my God, this is going to be so good. Tarantino's in the movie. This is going to be so much fun. And so I got so fucking baked in the movie theater that I totally forgot that I was watching that I went in there to watch a vampire movie, and then Salma Hayek changed into a vampire. I'm like, holy shit. But I remember having the biggest crush on Salma Hayek because of the movie Desperado already, right? And I was just like, oh my God. And there's this like scene where she's stripping, you know, and I'm like, again, like not even 20 years old. Like, of course, like this is like, oh my God. Or maybe I was 20 years old. I don't remember what year that movie came out. I don't even think I was 21 though. But I remember Just, I mean, imagine my libido at the time. So, and I'm seeing Salma Hayek doing this fucking scene, and I'm like, this is amazing. And then she sticks her foot in Tarantino's mouth. You know, like she pours the champagne or the wine or whatever the fuck, the tequila, down her leg, or the mezcal, whatever it was, down her leg, and it goes into her mouth into his mouth from her foot. And I went from being like, oh, to being like, you know, and just feeling fucking disgusted. It was so gross. But apparently Tarantino loves feet, because there's a lot of feet in Tarantino movies, which now I just find funny. But nobody's fucking sucking on him like Tarantino was. You know, he wrote that fucking scene for himself. Mark Chapman, thank you so much. John Lennon's assassin is walking among us, grippy sock free. So there's that. Yeah. Mark David Chapman is free. Really? Is Mark David Chapman free? I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy that Mark David Chapman is walking around, if that's true. You know, the guy who tried to kill Reagan, like in 81, you know, that guy has a YouTube channel. That dude has a YouTube channel, and like he sings and writes songs that are pretty good. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, he sings and he writes songs like pretty good. Check it, dude. Check it. Dude, I'm trying to tell y'all. John Hinckley Jr., the guy who tried to kill, this is his YouTube channel.
Everybody, how y'all doing?
The guy
doing great.
Ronald Reagan.
I'm gonna do one of my latest original songs. Hope you like it. Life can be a nightmare. Life can be a dream. I have no mouth and I must scream. You don't even know what I really mean. I have no mouth and I must scream.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Hide me in your attic. Hide me in your room. Take away the desperation. Take away the gloom.
Subscribe to him if you want. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe to him if you want. This is not AI. This is his channel. I just dropped the link to this video right here. Give it a like if you want. And I'm gonna give it a like. I'm giving it a like right now. It's good.
I was the originator, the first one on the scene. I have no mouth and I must scream. Hide me in your attic. Hide me in your room. Take away the desperate.
Have you all heard fucking Charlie Manson's music? Like, that shit's fucking pretty good. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, that shit is not bad. I can separate the art from the artist, bro. Okay? All I'm saying is, atrocities aside, It's not bad.
Take away the gloom. Life can be a nightmare. Life can be a dream. I have no mouth and I must scream. You don't even know.
This is not AI. I'm telling you, this is John Hinckley Jr.'s fucking channel, dude. And that's his music. That is him sitting in his fucking bedroom with his fucking guitar, singing an original song that he wrote and playing it.
What I really mean. I have no mouth and I must scream.
AI would be better.
I have no mouth.
I mean, AI wouldn't have the flaws, you know, like it's not fucking great. Like he's not winning Grammys and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all I'm saying is that for a guy who tried to kill the president, you know, it's not bad. That's all I'm saying.
I must scream.
I don't know why he's not in jail. I have no idea why he's not in jail.
Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome. Like, dude, I'm trying to tell you. Look at this. He's got fucking 43,500 subs. You know what I'm saying? Not that Dina. Thank you so much. Had no clue Kurt was John Hinckley Jr. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, okay, over here he's shirtless. Let's see what he says here.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing great. This is just a quick video to let you all know that I'll be doing a concert on March the 1st, 2025 in Hampton, Virginia. It'll be a concert that I'm giving in the city of Hampton, Virginia.
I mean, this dude is brave, dude. This my God. Oh fuck, life is insane, bro. Like, think about that shit. This dude is brazen as fuck. Like, he is like writing these original songs, and he's like, this is what I'm doing with my fucking life post attempted murder of Ronald Reagan, beloved Hollywood actor, and arguably the most beloved Republican president that this country has ever had. Arguably. So, like, now this dude is like announcing where I'm going to be performing in public, and I'm hoping a crowd shows up. Does this guy have Secret Service? Do they give you some and you walk around on the street for the rest of your life after that? Is that? He was released from a psychiatric hospital in 2022. So this dude, until 3 years ago, was probably playing guitar and writing songs. And then he was like, there's this thing called YouTube. I'm just going to put my music out there. And he's like, I'm having a concert in Virginia, and I'm going to announce it naked.
On March the 1st, 2025. Hope you can be there. If you want to come to the show, just email us at johnhinckley413@yahoo.com, and we'll send you the information and the address and that kind of stuff.
Thank you, very swampy.
But it's going to be a big show in Hampton, Virginia on March the 1st, 2025.
It's going to be me and a bunch of radical militia and what?
So just email us at johnhinckley413@yahoo.com if you'd like to attend the show. See you later. Bye.
Man. Like, why do I feel like he looked like that in 81? Did he do what did they do in this psychiatric facility, like, what kind of meds were they giving him? Because he doesn't exactly look healthy. He just still looks youthful. And he wrote a book.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day.
Okay, now I see why he wears the sunglasses.
This is New Year's Eve as I'm recording this. I'm holding in my hand my memoir, which has just come out.
I'm holding in my hand my manifesto.
It's called Who I Really Am. It details my life from day one till now. I tell everything in this book, and I think you'd really like to read it. It's available.
Phil, thank you so much. Sorry, I meant Don Hinckley, the Reagan wacko. Free the grippy socks. Don Hinckley. Yeah, I see what you did there.
On Amazon, and it's in hardback and paperback and Kindle and ebook. So,
all right.
If you want to know my life story from my point of view, please read this book. It tells the person who I am now, which is I'm so different from the person I was in 1981. And it's all in this book. So please buy my memoir, Who I Really Am. It's available on Amazon.
I mean, let's be honest. If this guy's being interviewed by somebody, you know what I mean? Like, and they're talking about his life. And they go, Mr. Hinckley, any regrets? Geez. You imagine this guy on Charlie Rose and shit. Mr. Hinckley, did you say you have any regrets? Oh man. Ooh, that's a tough one. Holy shit, man.
So go get it right now. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Happy New Year.
Unreal. Fun shit. Fun shit. John Hinckley Jr. with his own fucking YouTube, and he sings and writes songs. I mean, again, you know, I mean, he didn't murder the president. He only tried to. So, you know, we let him out. He's a little wackadoo. He's a little wackadoo, but, you know. Man, a lot of people waiting for that. Little do they know. Sorry, I'm okay, folks. Let's see what this is all about. You didn't do it.
We know who did it, Steve. We know. And we know who spearheaded this cover-up. You all know.
34 Fairview. If John was beaten up and attacked in that house, who did it? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Son Colin. Oh, I can't wait to see Colin. I'm gonna have a lot of questions for Colin. And something tells me he won't be able to control his temper like you did. He can get some. He can get some too. There won't be a dog there to back him up this time. I'm not afraid of your stupid son. Believe me, I could kick the shit out of your stupid son. So please, please.
The defense chose a strategy, a very strategic strategy, to sell their story and disseminate to the public, potential jury pool, in a way they thought best fit their needs. And they've done this continually.
Now, do you guys need a second for me to drop the link so you guys could subscribe and like to this, or should I just not even bother? For those of you who don't know what I'm streaming right now is the McAlbert spokespeople who have a YouTube channel now, and they are going to supposedly have Chris Albert as a guest. So I'm gonna snipe it under fair use. So
and Chris and Jen especially were the most involved afterwards in like covering this up because their kids are involved. You know,
Right.
their kid, they had the most to lose here. Whereas Brian Albert kept more of a low profile, and Higgins just dropped off on him.
Yeah.
So,
Put
yeah.
like Fort Knox apparently around his house because how he knew you were driving by. And I mean, that was a crazy story.
That was wild. And it's just really, it has to be, we have to constantly remind people that Colin Albert was involved in the murder of John O'Keefe.
Okay, you're aware he was beaten up by Brian and Colin Albert.
so far, I'm not hearing anything that constitutes witness intimidation. So far, I'm not hearing anything except an opinion from a very opinionated independent journalist.
Is what the date is.
No, this doesn't count as a petty stream.
Hey, everybody.
This doesn't count as a petty stream. This is a public service.
We actually have our four days,
Four square.
four square
Oh my
tonight,
God.
fulfilling Kevin's prophecy.
Sweaty balls.
I am Lydia.
Oh?
I have Julie here,
Yeah.
Mama Llama,
Hi, Julie.
Hello.
and Tuesday Gazette. And we have with us tonight a much anticipated guest. I know all of you guys have been responding to us and emailing us and commenting about how excited you are about this guest tonight. So we would like to introduce to you Chris Albert.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey guys,
Hi,
Hello.
you guys all doing tonight?
Good.
Good.
How about
Nice
you?
to see you.
Oh.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to
So it's
nice to finally
the
see you
pleasantries.
face-to-face.
Oh my God, the pleasantries.
Yeah. Just black and white.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming on with us. I know you are a
thank you,
big guy.
He looks like a killer, doesn't
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet.
So I know we're going to have, kind of a conversation tonight, Chris, and, not really an
He looks like a
interview,
manslaughter.
but, we'll definitely get some questions and things like that going. But I kind of wanted to start with the fact that you mostly stayed silent on social media and really in the media until you briefly joined Space's conversation the other night.
You remain mostly silent, except for weaponizing the Norfolk DA's office, which you have in your pocket, and weaponizing the Canton PD against its innocent citizens while wiretapping them, by the way.
Found those comments appalling and that they did not condone them, as we all did as well. I would think anyone would. And we did it. I did address that, like I said, a few days ago. You, of course, did nothing wrong. And despite what the mob claims,
the mob
you do not control witnesses or who you choose to talk to or when you choose to talk. That being said, did you?
Okay, nobody said, hey, he can't do that. All right, you fucking morons. Nobody said, hey, Chris Albert can't do that. We said, look at drunk ass Chris Albert saying the shit he's saying and laughing when someone threatens the person that he claims to be intimidated by.
I listen to those spaces sometimes, and it was just totally spontaneous. It was New Year's Day, and I was listening to one, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to jump on and just thank people for
I'm going to jump
all
on and
that
just
they've
thank
done for
people.
my family, for my extended family, and just more of a thank you to them. And so I clicked request to speak, which I've never done before. I don't even really know how it works. And I got on, and you know, I was just thanking people. And to be quite honest, I didn't even really remember or really pay attention to the comments that were said. I didn't find out until later on what was said. And by no means do I condone, I accept any of that, what was said. I think those comments are vile. I don't think there's any place for that type of rhetoric and speech anywhere.
Then why'd you laugh at it?
I look back on what's happened
But
to my
you laughed
family.
at it.
You know, my brother, the McCabe's, Brian Higgins, and I hear these comments all the time that are said to us on a regular basis, and they're vile, they're disgusting. There's no place for that type of speech. So I don't condone those, and actually I think they were terrible, and I don't accept those, and I wish if I realized what was being said at the time,
this is
I
amazing.
probably would have jumped off right away. I certainly didn't laugh at it.
You
So
totally
whoever
laughed
says
at it.
thinks that I did.
You totally
No,
laughed
the
at
person who laughed actually owned it on Twitter, which I thought was great.
That's
they did.
Dude,
No, and I listened.
Stop it right fucking now, dude. Stop it right now. I mean, let's get.
And you're a piece of shit.
You're lying, dude. Like, we saw the fucking, it was screen recorded. We heard you laughing and saw the sound go consistent with your avatar on the spaces. We saw it. We didn't just hear recording, we saw it.
Briefly in the very beginning, because some of those spaces can be so long. And I turned it on briefly when you first came on, and I heard you showing and sharing your thanks to everyone, and how the support has made your family feel. And I remember someone asking you about Colin, how is Colin doing? And I remember you saying, every day is, going to be, an up and down type thing. Some days are good, some days are bad. And, it's a struggle.
Jesus Christ.
And,
shut the fuck up.
So when I was listening, the conversation and everyone involved, it was a great conversation. Unfortunately, I didn't stay very long, but I heard there was a clip. Was it a clip or two clips or something that someone, in the spaces, they started being kind of derogatory speaking, towards the blogger that has been vile towards many people.
That's been vile.
But they tried to attach you to that story, of whoever was saying that. So, and it was a family member, right, of the McCabe's. That's why the announcement that Carrie had made for them the other day, just saying like, that's not something we condone, that type of speaking. That's not us. That's a relative. And, which I thought was showing integrity to stand up and say, we don't condone that type of speech because we understand the harassment.
Right.
And
no, you're throwing him under the bus.
I know, you feel the same way, Chris. Showing how your family and what they've been through and how people should not be treated.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Julie.
Oh, no, it's okay. Go ahead. I was just going to say, can you imagine if the defense would have spoken up and said, these people shouldn't be harassed?
Right.
The way this could have been different, and no one from the defense ever said a word. As a matter of fact, David Yannetti said that
That's
Aiden
because
Carney was doing God's work.
Aiden Carney is doing God's work.
And I thought it was interesting too how it went from
Like I love how she's just trying to throw everyone in there and like, oh, they all encourage harassment. No, they encourage free speech. There's a big difference. Okay. And I don't want to, I would never presume to speak for the cerebral ninja himself, David Yannetti. But the fact of the matter is that when he's saying he's doing God's work, that means that he was the only one asking the questions that mainstream media was too afraid to ask. He was the only one doing real journalism. He was the only one actually going out there and asking questions, knocking on doors. He was the only one doing that. That is real journalism. That is First Amendment protected free speech. And when David Yannetti said he was doing God's work, that means that he was doing what others are too afraid to do. He's not harassing anybody. Just because your feelings are hurt doesn't make it harassment. Just because you don't want to face the truth and take accountability for your actions, it doesn't mean it's harassment when somebody demands on behalf of the public that you do so.
Yesterday, the post there, first it was, Chris was laughing. And then yesterday there was a long post that they had put in Turtle Boy's OnlyFans group that Chris sat there and smiled, which is interesting to me since it's audio only. So I don't know how anyone would know that Chris was smiling. But,
like they're trying to be semantic here. Like it's really pathetic. Like, no, Chris laughed. We heard him laugh. So, and we heard him laugh. We also have seen video footage of him laughing and encouraging the harassment, yes, harassment of Aiden and Meredith when they were at CF McCarthy's. We saw video footage of this. We went over it many times. And then Chris Albert threatened Aiden Carney by saying that he would drag his face up all up and down the sidewalk or something like that. Then Jill Daniels assaulted him right after his driver, Jim Ferris, assaulted him.
They do this and they repeat lie after lie after lie until it's, people accept it as the truth. And it's just.
Is it a lie if it's on video?
It's very unfair.
Yeah, they just keep giving us examples of how that works. The thing about smiling just cracked me up. I mean, it's par for the course.
Right.
What they do.
Right.
And like Hank said, you tell a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. So
right. And they fill in the gaps. And it's funny because you fill in the gap here and be like,
the lies that Hank told enough times that he was hoping would become the truth, but it didn't, because the evidence dictated that it just wasn't the truth.
Like, yeah, he was smiling. And it's like,
right.
How can
it's an audio.
Right.
Like you are filling in the gap, the narrative here, and what you're imagining in your mind.
Right.
Because you have villainized these people so much that you are seeing him smiling on the other end of an audio.
Right.
I mean, it's
right.
And
so
there's
it lives so large in their minds. Yeah.
Right. And for those that don't know what Spaces is, I guess we should mention. So for those that are not on Twitter, it's this new feature. I think TikTok has it. I'm not too familiar with TikTok, but you can basically have a live conversation that's audio and people can join in and the public can hear. You can listen anonymously. You can listen not anonymously.
They're really hitching on that. The whole, oh, these people have gone crazy when they're claiming to see something that's audio only. Like, somebody misspoke. They could have just misspoken. They could have just simply just, meant to say laughing and said smiling. We could have easily just misspoken. It doesn't matter. We heard him laughing. And by definition, when someone laughs, they're usually smiling when they laugh. Unreal.
And there's been some great conversations that have come from it, and some weird ones I've clicked on and clicked right out of. Like, what am I listening to? But it has been a good way to connect with people that, you talk with.
I love
on social media, and just to hear their voice. And
these women love to just fucking talk. Like, they have Chris Albert on, and it's almost as if they're trying to create this narrative that Chris Albert is finally speaking out, but yet they're not letting him say a fucking word. That's what's fascinating. They're not letting him say shit. They're doing all the talking for him, which is very, very fascinating.
And to hear them sound like a person behind their
it's sort
profile.
of like a voice channel on Discord. It's very much like that. It's
Yes,
just
that's right. Discord has
talking
it as
to
well.
each other. Yeah.
So I think the main thing to end on that, because I don't want to spend too much time on it, but obviously none of the witnesses, Chris included, I didn't want to speak for Chris the other night because I obviously knew he was coming on and that he could speak for himself. But no one condones that. No one. It was disgusting, and they can't control. Just like the blogger's family probably can't control him.
So this is just like the blogger's family can't control what? Hold on, I'll get to that in a second. So this is just damage control. Is all this is. This is just damage control. I would never condone blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. We heard you laughing about it. I mean, this is all them trying to save face for Chris Albert, who laughed at a blatant death threat, a detailed death threat against a guy that he's got charges against. Okay. And then here she is.
Him.
And she says something like, oh, well, Aiden's family is not responsible for the things that he says. Well, yeah, but Aiden's not threatening people. Aiden's not threatening people, and Aiden's family doesn't have charges pending against people. And Aiden's family's not threatening people. I mean, this is so pathetic. Let me see something real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is just unreal, dude. All right.
Who has wished death upon more people than I can count. I'm sure his family doesn't feel the same way and wish death upon people. They don't feel the same way, and they were extremely appalled by it. And,
they were appalled. They were appalled by it. I love it.
So
Right.
Yeah. Let's move on to some more fun stuff than that.
Oh, fun stuff.
We spoke about this a little bit, but
Let's talk about some fun stuff.
Enjoyed it, because for me, watching the trial and watching your testimony and the testimony of all the other witnesses, I got the picture that Canton was a really sweet little town. That was the picture that was painted during the trial to me, because I'm not imagining a conspiracy. And it actually reminded me, I grew up in a town of a similar size. And sometimes when people were drawing conclusions throughout the trial, notably the attorneys, that it was just absolutely outrageous that someone would know the firefighter who showed up to their house, or that, those kind of connections would be unusual. And in a town that size,
it's nice to it's nice that these people who mourn John's death so much, it's really nice to know that they consider discussing the gruesome details of his death as fun stuff with Chris Albert on the panel. This is just fucking great. I love that. This is fucking great.
They're not unusual. And when I was growing up there, I thought it was kind of annoying that everybody knew, everybody would tell my mom if I got in trouble, because it's a small town, you know each other. Right. So I wanted to hear from you what it was like growing up in Canton, what kind of a town Canton was, and what your experience of living there all your life has been like.
Sure. So I think my father moved us out of so I was born in South Boston originally.
Fun
one
stuff,
of 7 children.
Guys.
My father moved us to Canton when I was about 4 years old. I think it was around 1974. Canton was kind of an up and coming little town. Like I said, I'm one of 7. I went to grammar school. I went to middle school. I didn't go to high school in Canton. But it's kind of a small little community. Everybody knows everybody. People that live in Canton, born in Canton, stay in Canton. People marry their high school sweethearts. People have jobs in Canton that went to Canton High. I mean, it's kind of like a normal occurrence. I mean, small little town of, now it's around 24,000, I think. But obviously when I first got there, it was a lot smaller. But it's just kind of like any other small town in America. I mean, there's,
dude, who the fuck is voting for this guy? Like, this guy's a politician. This guy's a politician, and he's talking like he's really selling his town right now. People who are born here, they stay here, which pretty much implies that we don't welcome outsiders, and so we like to keep our business, and don't come around here asking questions, because we're all juiced in somehow, and we've been here since high school together.
There's people that are teachers at the school, whose husbands are firefighters, or whose husbands are police officers. It's kind of that small town feeling. I loved growing up in Canton. It was
it's kind of like what you would call in any other town, mostly in the South, good old boy bullshit kind of town.
It's a wonderful place. It still is a wonderful place. It's a great little town. And then, of course, I brought my children up there. I have 3 children. My oldest, Christopher, my son, Colin, who's 21, will be 22. I got to be careful here. And my son, Dylan, who's 18. So, I wanted to stay here. I loved Canton. So I was fortunate enough to.
Wait, what?
To buy one, will be 22. Colin, who's 21.
Okay.
Will be 22. I got to be careful here. And my son, Dylan, who's 18. So, I wanted to stay here.
I misunderstood something. So that's why I had to rewind it.
To buy a home in Canton. All 3 of my children went to Canton Public Schools. that's kind of where we are now. So
wow,
Canton's a great little
riveting
town.
stuff, Chris.
So that
Got
always
my vote.
resonates with me, Lydia, because I think I live in the next town from Chris, which I think is probably the same size, Chris. Maybe, I don't know.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can say now, and I mean, I grew up here too, but if I got pulled over, for speeding, whatever, any cop that pulled me over, I would know. It's just the way it is. The firefighters I know, I mean, it's just the way small towns are. That's why whenever
I love that.
I
love that. She's like, yeah, if I got pulled over, yeah, if the cop pulled me over, I'd know that cop. Yeah, that's comforting. It's comforting to know if you ever end up with a dead body on your lawn.
would see in the trial or on social media that, oh, this is so crazy. I could never understand what people were talking about. It was crazy to me. And I assume everyone else who lives in a small town has, the same experiences. So that was very strange to me to see that through both trials. I thought it was so odd.
Yeah.
To be honest, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's their whole thing.
To be honest with you,
everybody knows everybody in Canton. What's the problem? That is exactly the problem. That is exactly the problem, especially if the Massachusetts State Police took over the investigation. There should not have been. I mean, there are Massachusetts State Police officers that could have been assigned to the case that didn't go to fucking high school or hang out with people in fucking Canton. Couldn't there have been? Like, are you kidding right now? Acting like that's some fucking, hey, that's cool. No, that's an issue. Steps should have been taken to make sure that there was no bias. Like, let's say Karen Reed was guilty, and I've said this many, many, many times. Let's say Karen Reed was guilty of this crime, and she actually did this, right? Now, we know the science dictates that she didn't, but let's just say that Karen Reed actually did this. Wouldn't you think that they would say, if we want to get a conviction here, we need to fucking cross all the T's and dot the I's, and we can't let it, we can't risk the defense using something like Michael Proctor being so close to this family. So we need to take him off the case and get somebody else. People who don't have Canton ties in the Massachusetts State Police. That's what we need to do. But they didn't do that. So regardless, whether they framed Karen Reed or not, they conducted a shitty investigation, and yet they refused to criticize the investigation. That should tell you something. Everyone who's pro McAlbert still refuses to criticize this investigation. They still continue to actively defend it.
I could never think of it as any other way because I'm not from a big city. I mean, we're from
exactly.
small town America. So to me, it's like, well, that's normal. You go to Canton High, you become a police officer, a firefighter.
Now, I apologize, guys, if my thoughts go a little wild. Because I tend to go off script. I did work really hard on the script for the commentary of real-time live stream that I'm streaming right now. I absolutely pre-wrote this because in the other room, I have 3 bald women that I like to call the precogs who predict what's going to be said here before I even go live. And then I write the script based on what the precogs in the other room waiting around in the water tell me. And then a little wooden ball comes and it gives me the whole script that fits on the little wooden ball, by the way. And I read it, by the way, while I'm streaming a live stream that's live right now.
If I were a teacher, you go on to another profession.
Right.
I mean, that's just me growing up in Canton. Mostly all the police officers, even when I grew up, they were majority of them were from Canton. The majority of the fight were from Canton. Obviously, some are from out of town, but it's just how it is. It's normal. I mean,
It's just normal,
Oh, it is.
normal
Yeah,
moms.
those
I'm a normal
ordinary
mom,
things
normal
that
dad,
just got
normal.
so twisted. And to me, we're like, I had a
normal.
worse fear of getting a ticket when I was a teenager because the chief of police lived on my street. And so I knew I was going to be in trouble. Like I was over there all the time. So I had to be a very good, responsible driver.
Right.
So I get it, but I just found it upsetting that those ordinary things that you love about living in a small town got turned into, something that was supposedly ominous because it's probably some of the things you love about living there.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just know everybody, and growing up, it's like you couldn't go anywhere without knowing someone. I mean, obviously, as time goes on, towns change, communities change. Canton's a little different. Well, it's actually a lot different now than it was when I grew up. It was more of a blue collar town. Now it's pretty expensive to live in Canton. So, more younger couples that have bigger jobs, or it's expensive to live in Canton. So you have to have the right job.
Nobody gives a fuck about what you're talking about.
Just like any other small town in America.
Yeah. That's awesome.
A real slice of America.
I wanted to do one debunking before my next.
It's American. It's apple pie.
Julie, I got to live up to Julie, the queen of debunking on this one. But since you mentioned it, I wanted to bring it up again. The ridiculous comments online and from the attorney about
the queen of D does not necessarily mean the queen of debunking.
Paint in the garage, and I wanted you to talk about how old
I thought of that one in the shower, folks. Okay, wrote it down.
That paint is.
So, in all honesty, when I saw that, I just thought it was a joke. I'm like, that can't be real. Like, is that really what people online are really thinking? Like, that's blood? Like, I mean, clear as day, anybody can tell it's paint. That paint was in there when I was a child. So just put it in perspective. Really? Yeah. That I remember that paint in that garage. So
all they can do, because I'm telling you, there are some people in the free care and read movement who are fucking retarded. That is true. There are some, but they only focus on the people who are still talking about things that were already debunked. We already know. Nobody here fucking thinks that. Nobody here believes that that was blood on the stairs in those pictures, in that footage of Alan Jackson checking out the basement. Nobody thinks that's blood. What are you talking about?
That goes back like 40 plus years. So, I mean, it's silly. The whole premise is silly, but that's how the whole case has been. It's smoke and mirrors. It's,
like that's obviously
it would be the best frame job
paint.
ever. You leave the blood there, and then you sell the house.
You sell the house, you leave all the blood. You're like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
But now you need a time machine on top of everything else. You got to go back 40 years.
It was absolutely obvious that it was paint.
If you want to say on our low budget show that you have a time machine, feel free.
Yeah. I told you guys what I saw today on that one show, that she was saying that they poured the paint over it purposefully to cover the blood.
That's the time machine part. So,
oh my God,
you got to jump in your time machine and go back 40 years.
It's really unreal.
Unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
And I don't even know, like a lot of times people say these things and they're speculating. They're going, maybe the paint was poured on top of the blood to cover it up. I don't know. Who knows? But you know what I mean? That's the kind of shit I do on here. That's the kind of shit I do. I think out loud the whole fucking live stream when I'm not reading a script.
Yeah, it's just.
But what's more amazing is that people actually believe it.
That's
what to me is so mind-boggling, is that like you can see that it's paint. They know.
I agree. You can't believe that it's paint. I know it's paint,
and they're just trying to make it something that it's not, because
it's
I agree.
I remember
I agree with them
after
on that.
The first trial.
I agree with them on that. I think that there are people who on either side who will just take something and run with it because they want to believe it. They want it to be that, you know. There are people on both sides who do that, and that has nothing to do with what the facts are and what aren't. That just has to do with the fact that those particular people are not capable of critical thinking, and they're fucking idiots. And you know, there's a lot of people out there with social media accounts that say stupid shit. It is what it is. What are you gonna do?
Trial, when there was a mistrial, and I remember the blogger Turtle Boy saying at one point, he was like, yeah, the next jury needs to be, I forgot how he worded it, but it was like less intelligent. You guys remember this?
Yes.
They need to be a little bit dumber.
What?
And I remember I clipped it. I need to find that clip somewhere.
You need to find that clip.
Because I really do think that the defense was aiming.
I agree,
for
Amy McCabe. I agree. Thank you.
People who are
And thank you. Sorry, I was
deep
talking.
thinking and analyzing.
Thank you to
buying
Lizzie
into
Chill.
this conspiracy.
I appreciate you.
Because it's a very logical thing. But if you're seeing someone online showing paint splatter in the garage, and
That's
you know
spilled
you're buying into this whole conspiracy thing, you will.
It's not even paint splatter, bro. It's paint. It's spilled paint. Like that's from when John Bender lived there. His dad fucking burned him with a cigar after that. It's really fucked up.
You will see it the way they want you to see it, instead of how the logic behind it, the absurdity of it. But I remember that, and I remember him saying that, and I always thought, I bet you anything that's kind of the way the defense really considered the people they were talking to.
For sure.
Caraje.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, and I think that
impressionable.
Yeah, and I think that answers our question. You know, when you see an interview with one of the jurors and she says, you know, that she thinks maybe, you know, that John probably did get clipped by the car and he lost his shoe and then he went inside without his shoe and then he got beat up. I mean, I think that's your answer, that they probably got the jury they were really looking for.
Right. Sure.
Oh my God.
Well,
dude.
speaking of your community,
this is unbelievable.
Let's talk about
These are the stupidest people ever.
So have you always been interested in community service or politics?
They're stupid either way you cut it. They're either stupid because they believe the shit they're saying, or they're stupid because they expect people to believe what they're saying. Either way you slice it, these women are, I mean, and Chris Albert, I mean, let's just get real.
I'm retarded?
Yeah, well, I'm definitely a political.
Yeah, well,
I've
I'm a
always been,
political junkie.
Enamored with politics. I never.
Have you ever actually paid attention to how a politician actually is supposed to behave publicly? Have you ever done that? Since you're such a politics junkie, Chris? Because
I never really thought I would run for an office. To be honest with you, it kind of just came up. It was just not really planned. There was an opening. There was a couple openings, and I just decided.
Well, I never wanted to get into politics, but you know, they were hiring, so
Geez, you know, I've done everything else. And I've owned a business for a long time. I've coached sports. I've been involved in my community, and I said, "Gee, you know what? Maybe I'll give this a try." And I ran for select board, and I actually, you know, I won. I talked.
I ran for select board, and I by running I mean that I filled out an application online and. Immediately
ticket. I came in, you know, top overall. I unseated an incumbent, which isn't easy to do. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't something that I aspired to do. But or something kind of like, I do like politics. I follow politics pretty closely.
Well, especially being so familiar with the community and stuff, I think that's almost a natural kind of step to take
what?
if you have any interest in politics.
And owning a business, I would imagine you'd have an interest in what the city was doing.
Right.
I love that. I love it because, dude, I've already ranted probably like for easily more than an hour on this platform about how poor of a businessman I think Chris Albert is and why I think that D&E Pizza has to be a front for something, because I just don't see this guy. Like, it just makes no sense to me that this guy runs his business the way that he does, and gets any business. I don't know how he affords to keep the doors open with the way that he runs his business. It's bizarre.
Can I ask a terminology question as a foreigner to Massachusetts? Is select board what some cities call city council? Is that the same thing?
Yeah. So what it is, you know, if you're a city, you can have a mayor. Even small towns can have mayors. They would just vote at town meeting. So a select board's like city council.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Just translating for
even towns can have mayors. Even towns can have crazy ex-girlfriends who are starting YouTube channels. Oh my God, I shouldn't have gone there. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
So on that note, because our city council meetings
Okay,
are insane,
okay.
the crazy stuff that happens at our meetings. So this situation aside, are the meetings crazy? And if so, how do you like keep a straight face and endure the craziness of a select board meeting?
So yeah, I mean, some of them have gotten, you know, a little bit out of control. You know, I'm a First Amendment guy, so I totally agree with the First Amendment. I think free speech is one of the cornerstones of our society.
Oh my God.
Some of them have gotten a little.
Dude, listen. I gotta play that again. Because hearing that shit come out of this dude's fucking mouth is unfucking real, bro. This is fucking amazing hearing this come from him. Because I can't believe my fucking ears.
Select board meeting.
So yeah, I mean, some of them have gotten, you know, a little bit out of control. You know, I'm a First Amendment guy, so I totally agree with the First Amendment. I think free speech is one of the cornerstones of our society.
Really?
Some of them have gotten a little bit, you know, over the top. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but some of them definitely have gotten a little.
I draw the line. I'm a First Amendment guy. Okay, I'm a First Amendment guy all the way. I believe in free speech. I believe that free speech is the cornerstone of America. Okay, but I draw the line at T-Rex arms. You fucking simulate fucking T-Rex arms in front of my fucking shop. I draw the line there, and I'm gonna have you charged. Only one of you, though. Only one of you. The one that's hurting my feelings. I'm gonna have him charged. Okay? No T-Rex arms. But aside from that, I believe in free speech. But don't ask questions. Don't ask any questions. Don't ever stand. Don't stand across the street from my shop, or else I'll have you arrested. I'm gonna call the specially appointed prosecutor, Ken Mello, on the phone if you assemble and exercise your First Amendment right to assemble across the street from my business where I can see you. So, and then I'll have you arrested and charged. Okay.
Aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the things that have been said, you know, you wouldn't think that's commonplace in a you know, a normal society to say some of the things that have been said. You know, it's one thing to attack, you know, an elected official or to say things about an elected official, but the fact that some of these people that come to speak at the town meetings, they don't live in the town, they have no real ties to the town, and to attack, you know, someone's actual family members and relatives is to me, it's over the top. You know what though? I try to keep a level mind.
Is it when the facts dictate that questions deserve to be asked? Amy McCabe, thank you so much for the T-Rex arms. Look, best video ever. Thank you, Amy McCabe. Appreciate it.
And I try to let it not get to me. Because at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know who my family is, and so I try not to let it get to me. It definitely affects me. I'm not gonna.
Well, we know it affects you,
but you just try to go in a space where you just.
We know it affects your fifis. We know that.
You kind of just like drum out the noise and just kind of.
You drum out the noise.
Zone out.
You drum out the noise by contacting directly, especially appointed prosecutor from the Norfolk County DA's office, who now there's evidence has railroaded the person who you brought charges against. Use the Massachusetts State Police and how should I put this? Because everyone likes her now. An erratic side piece. You used her to try to have this man's bail revoked and have him locked up. Right. This guy saying all these things is amazing.
And let them say what they're going to say, and then we just, we go on to
it rolls off our backs. No, it doesn't. You had the guy locked up for 2 months. You had the guy locked up, taken away from his kids for 2 months. Tracy Cooley, thank you. Didn't you have to let Bettero know about T-Rex arms the next day in court because you knew it was going to be brought up? No. That's not exactly how that happened. What happened was I was attending court. Okay. I was attending court. Karen's hearing was in the morning. And then the plan was at lunch to go to lunch. And then at 2 p.m. after lunch, because Bev always made court, always called lunch at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. was always lunch. So went to court for Karen, then lunch, and then we all hauled ass to Capitol Grill and had lunch. Everybody, Karen's team, me, Bettero, a couple other people. The lady from Vanity Fair was there. And so we just we had lunch, but we were fucking hauling ass. I mean, I've never seen anybody eat clam chowder faster than the mighty one that day. Because he was actually worried about the time. And no one else seemed to be, which was really funny. Federer was the only one worried about the time. So I don't blame him because, of course, we cut it really close. We cut it really close. Federer was the only one that was like, come on. And everybody else was just like, whatever, which was just kind of weird because it was just like, I mean, I'm talking like everyone. And Federer was just kind of like, why am I the only one worried about getting back in time? But we made it back. We did make it back, but it was a valid concern. Because I mean, go to Capitol Grill, you have to be back by 2 p.m. and you have to get there, you have to meet up, you have to get a table, you have to order, you have to, you know what I mean? Pay the bill, all that shit. It's cutting it pretty close. So, then I get a message from Dina, right? I get a message from Dina that says Aiden was charged again. And I was like, what the fuck? And immediately I go, it's bullshit. Pay no attention. I'm sure it's just a fucking rumor. And then I got to thinking, right as soon as I sent her that. And I thought, and I was sitting next to Mark, and I was like, I doubt it's anything. I'm sure it's bullshit, but I just got a message, and I feel like it would be irresponsible of me to not tell you that someone just messaged me and said that Aiden was charged again with something. And I can't imagine what he could have been charged with. And the only thing that I could possibly think of, but it was nothing illegal. Like, we didn't break the law. We didn't do anything wrong. But the only thing that I could think of was this. And then I told him about it, and he goes, hold on. And then he calls Aiden on the phone, and it's true. And then, and that was it. I mean, so all I did was just make him aware of something that he would have found out the second we got back to the courthouse. But yeah, I mean, or he would have gotten a phone call. Maybe he just beat Aiden to the phone call. But yeah, that's all that happened. And then sure enough, it was like, it was over that. Really? You know, we explained, you know, dude, we didn't even know there was audio. You know, the whole point was just to make, we were being drunken idiots, and the people that we were with were laughing at us being just stupid drunken idiots. That's all we were doing, was just being, you know, silly. That's all. We were laughing and having a good time. We were doing it for their benefit. We weren't trying to intimidate anybody. You know, we were just having a good time. And not even at anyone's expense. I mean, who sits there watching video footage of, unless something happens? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would understand that they would review the footage if they fucking, you know, or maybe that's just, they just, somebody's always checking and watching closely. If there's video footage, maybe, I don't know. But I assumed that it's just a fucking security camera. Nobody's going to see it. It's just, oh, we could just make these people laugh and act stupid in front of it, you know, like as if we're doing our own show, except like right in front of them, in front of a fucking pizza shop. Like, that's all we were thinking. And not even like to that depth. It was just instinctively, that's what we were doing, but not even knowing we were really doing that. We were just being silly and stupid. That's all it was. And then this dude like makes a thing out of it. It's insane.
You know, just try to, everyone has, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinions, but you know, when you start attacking people, especially people's families, I think that crosses the line. So
yeah.
And you weren't on the select board when John died, correct? You were elected after John had passed away.
Yes.
So the
2023 of April. It's a 3-year term, so it'll be up this April, 2026.
You gonna run again?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Hey, best news we've heard all day.
It wasn't what I envisioned.
I'm sure.
It's going to be like in different times, in different place. You know, it's unfortunate.
It really is. It's sad.
I'm really looking forward to it, and you know, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. It's unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you do a great job at the meetings, Chris. I don't know how you do it.
No, you don't.
Truly. I don't know how
No,
do
you
it.
don't.
Yeah, just try to just keep my cool, keep my composure, and not, you know, it's difficult. You know, like I said before, it's difficult when someone says something. You know, they might not directly call out a family member, but you know, they actually have called out my family members. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know, my direct.
How's this for calling out your family members? Your brother Brian could have absolutely saved John's life, or at least attempted to, and he made not even the slightest effort. Your sister-in-law, Jen McCabe, she could have absolutely. She could have dialed 911 instead of Googling how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. She could have ran into the house, into Brian's house, your brother's house. She could have done that because we know she could have done that because she ended up doing it after the first responders who took John away left. So why didn't she do that in the first place to find blankets? Why didn't she run in there to wake to wake Brian up or her sister Nicole up? But we know that she talked to Nicole on the phone because the phone records say that she did. So why didn't these things happen is the question. So yes, how's that for directly calling out your family members?
My direct family members, but
I do have some clips. Did we want to play them at all?
Sure.
Or no? Let me see. You guys can keep talking. Let me find them real quickly.
Okay, well, I have a very controversial question to ask while she finds the clip. Because this has been raging, this controversy. And that is, even amongst this group, I think, and that is, does pineapple go on pizza?
What is it?
Does pineapple go on pizza?
So I personally would never eat pineapple on a pizza. I mean,
Hey, it's not.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty good. It is pretty good. I was in the same camp, but I tried it. It's pretty good.
but I have really close friends that like pineapple.
I
on their
have
pizza,
friends
so
who
I
like
don't wanna-
pineapple on pizza.
My son loves it. He loves it.
It is. I
Oh,
did not want
wow.
to try it, and I got it on accident, and I was like, "This is delicious."
Bro,
It was really good.
bro, you know what the proprietor of a pizza shop that actually cares about his business growing would say in that would answer that question? Do you know what they would say? They would say, yes, I like all pizza. I like every pizza. All pizza's good. That's why I provide the best ingredients, all of any possible ingredient that you could possibly think of. I provide that for all my customers because, I mean, whatever you like is what you like, man. Like, I'm not here to judge anybody for what they like on pizza. Like, there's no fucking anybody whose livelihood depends on their business fucking flourishing. You would be promoting every single topping you have. Absolutely.
See, that's proof of what a good person you are, Chris, is that you have maintained the relationships with the people who put fruit on their pizza. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my one of my biggest supporters. Is
Tomatoes are fruit.
Truly great guy. He gets pineapple on his pizza all the time, so I'm not gonna. I just personally don't. Then again, I don't think I've ever tried pineapple on a pizza. So I love cold pineapple. I think pineapple's a great fruit.
Bro, pineapple and jalapeno, dog. I mean, I don't know how good it's going to taste with the blood you put on the pizza, but
See?
It's good.
Ever the diplomat.
That was very diplomatic.
Yeah.
fucking pizza, bro. It fucking tastes like pineapple, jalapenos, and battery.
I have a few lawyers who I'm friendly with, and I've talked to even more that I've just met through this case and whatnot. But I mean, they would tell me stories of, a case they had with, a drug dealer, and one of the, defendants would walk by and simply wink at one of the witnesses, and they would be thrown in jail. They would be thrown in jail. I mean, it is something, especially in Massachusetts, that is taken so seriously, or was, and that they have been allowed to do this. I mean, I know that he, has felony charges. I understand that.
Okay.
But I'm talking about everyone else who has done this. It's truly unbelievable what people have been allowed to do to you guys.
In the irony of Alan Jackson filming a campaign commercial in which he talks about some of his witnesses in some of his cases enduring horrific intimidation.
Yes.
It's just appalling to me.
Appalling.
It really is.
You
That
know, I don't
makes
know if you caught
because
his recent
there's a difference between intimidation. There's a difference between intimidation and journalism.
I don't know, media thing that he's done, Alan Jackson, but he basically told the public, because he has taken Nick Reiner's case, and he made a comment saying, like, basically, hey, public,
Do they even know that he dropped it?
no rush to judgment, no speculations type announcement. You know, this is, let's let the legal system do what they want. And it's like, hold on, buddy.
Hold on, buddy.
You ran to every magazine,
Hold on, buddy.
every possible PR outlet you could possibly do. You had called phone calls with the blogger. I mean, over a dozen, like 30 times, I think was in the document that I read, but just at that point when that was filed.
Oh my God.
And he was whining and dining apparently with journalists. We had Matt Gutman 2020, according to Aiden. They all went to dinner together. And, you know, again, not to go into Vanity Fair, but you know, that whole mess was a PR puff piece type situation. So it's really hard to take Alan Jackson seriously.
No, it's not.
When he changes his tune with every case in the public, but he uses the public constantly as he cares more about painting the picture to people and how they should respond and how they should see things than he seems to really care about in the courtroom.
Well, and he's on his own license at home, so I'm sure that's a little different for him. But I will say that outside of Massachusetts, other courts have taken notice and put some things in place. There are several trials that I was thinking I was going to get to watch that are coming up, where the judges have said people broke the streaming rules, and so the entire trial is not going to be televised or streamed. And you know, in Indiana, I think there was an effect from this trial, and so it does have an effect. It just needs to have an effect in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So, well,
I definitely think this will go in.
It's just imagine, you know, someone calling your son a murderer for no reason whatsoever.
I couldn't. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Does anybody give a fuck about this anymore? Because I kind of don't. I mean, this guy's just gonna sit there and fucking suck his own dick and lie. And they're just gonna sit around and watch him do it. And spew out stupidity. So let me see something real quick. Let me see something, folks. See what you guys think. See how you guys feel. Because I'm just not totally sure. Like, I mean, I've been live for 3 hours, but I feel like I can do it. I feel like I can do it. Chris prefers to eat ass. Y'all are fucking hilarious. Let's see. 111 votes. 119 votes. Let's see if we can get this bad boy up to 500 votes. And if we can get up to 500 votes, I'll do whatever 500 votes says. And if I'm overshooting, then I don't know, 300. I might not have the patience for 500. Yeah, I've got plenty of coffee, I think. Yeah, I know I've got another bag of that fucking Sasquatch stuff, man. It's good shit. Why should I not do petty, Rosa? I'm just asking the members pretty much if that's something they feel like doing since they've already been here for 3 hours. That's all I'm doing. Like, whether you, I mean, those of you who are not members or not interested in becoming members, then what difference does it make? I just did a 3-hour stream. I always do 3-hour streams. What difference does it make to you whether I do a petty stream after this or not? This is for the members. This is a question for the members. Yeah, I mean, I have to factor in that there are going to be non-members who are going to vote, and they're going to vote no. We got 236 votes. So yeah, I'll take it to 300. I mean, the thing is like the only reason I'm even like skeptical about doing it is because, like, again, I've already been live 3 hours, and mostly they're just talking about me, and I don't give a fuck what they say about me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel the need to defend myself against them. They're fucking retarded. So it's just funny, you know? And holy shit, Kim's Ladybug just gifted 10 memberships. Thank you. All right. Let's see. And I love the Papas. The Papas. 271 votes. We only need like 30 more votes, 29 more votes, 28 more votes, 27 more votes. Okay, well, I mean, Aiden is doing sex cult. I mean, members, you can catch it later. That's another reason why I'm doing the poll, because maybe you guys would rather watch sex cult now. And if you would rather me hold off, you know, but if enough of you say to just do it, then you guys are just going to have to catch the replay and go watch sex cult, which it's not a problem. It's not a big deal. It's great. You just won't be able to interact in the chat live. That's all. But I mean, it's still going to be there available to you. There's 301 votes, and it is at 91%. Yes. So 91% want a petty stream. And so that's what we're going to do. Now, I got to set it up. Okay. I got to set it up. And I'm going to, I got to let Clubber out and, you know, take care of what I got to take care of real quick. And then we'll get started. We'll definitely get started within the hour. Okay, guys? So I'll probably set it for 10 o'clock. Yeah. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. Remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. I appreciate all the support. You guys are fucking fantastic. I love you guys very much. And oh, wait. Hold on. Gotta do it.
I think we got a super chat. Super chat. I think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. I think we got a 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 super chat.
Okay. Madam Mayhem, I love your petty streams because you say all the things I wish I had the balls to. Well, yeah, man, that is one of the benefits of me doing petty streams, I guess. That's awesome. That's really cool to hear. But man, have those balls. I'd rather inspire you to have those balls. You know what I mean? I'd rather inspire you to do that on your own without, you know what I mean? Without having to live vicariously through me, you know, but I ain't mad at you. If this is how you take comfort, far be it from me. Yeah, man. Again, try this again. Guys, you are absolutely fantastic. Again, remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. I love you very much. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.